A very significant proportion of how race is portrayed in the media is through non-representation, or the process of exclusion. Now, exclusion very simply is the process by which various cultural groups are symbolically annihilated or written out of history through underrepresentation. So whiteness becomes the norm, becomes the racial norm within media texts, simply because we just don't see people who are non-white. Exclusion is based on the idea that if the media represented the diverse nature of society, we'd expect the cultural background of characters to be in proportion to the population. So for argument's sake, if a culture, if a particular nation, in a particular nation, 30% of the population were black, then if the media really represented the diverse nature of that society, then we would expect to see 30% of the people on television, for argument's sake, also being black. However, that's just simply not the case. Non-white races, non-Anglo races, are massively underrepresented in most popular cultural texts. Now, we saw a very dramatic example of exclusion in 2016 through the Oscars So White hashtag, which appeared in response to the apparent snubbing of African American actors in the 2016 Oscar nominations, where no black actors were nominated in any of the acting categories. Now, the graph that I have put here, which is from the magazine, the investigative journalism magazine Mother Jones, demonstrates that things have improved for African American actors in terms of being recognized in the Oscars, but still, given the proportion of black actors and actresses appearing in film, you know, not quite even getting up to 10% is pretty dismal. I mean, and you know, it's starting in 1936 from a pretty abysmal baseline as well. So we have seen improvement, but it's improvement that still demonstrates a very significant underrepresentation here of African American actors in being recognized for excellence in their field.